Which e-reader for O'Reilly Books? Most of my programming books are from O'Reilly. Several of them need to be updated, and I'm thinking of going for an e-reader this time. O'Reilly sell their e-books as a multi-format bundle: PDF, EPUB and MobiPocket, Kindle. Has anyone done a comparison of the formats as for suitability on a small e-reader screen? In Europe, the Kindle DX is not yet available, so I'm not sure whether a Kindle or a Sony, or some other reader, is best suited for these books. Disregarding other advantages/disadvantages of the different readers for now, which one in your opinion gives the best experience with O'Reilly Books in particular, or programming books in general?
I am in a similar position as you. I have many programming books, including ones from O'Reilly, and I am ready to replace them with an e-reader of some kind. After looking at the choices out there, I was not completely happy with any of the current readers. Instead, I decided to explore using my iPhone as an ebook reader for technical books. I know you may think the iPhone could never match a true e-reader. I felt the same way until I experimented with some of the ebook reader apps out there. I found a few that did exactly what I want. My favorite is called Goodreader. If you have an iPhone, you should really purchase it for a few dollars before committing to an e-reader. You can load any PDF into it very easily via wireless without having to deal with complex file transfers, etc. Unlike the built-in iPhone PDF reader, most PDF apps are based on this one has its own rendering engine that makes each page load correctly. It is also very fast and has many built-in features to offset the smaller screen size. Two of my favorites are, automatically sliding back to next area of a page when you get to the right edge, and two locks, one that does not let you skip to the next or previous page without an extra drag, and another that only allows vertical scrolling so you cannot accidentally move the page out of the text area. If you have an iPhone, or another smartphone, I would give this a try before buying a dedicated e-reader. If nothing else, it could be an effective stopgap until a clear winner emerges in the e-reader market.
I also have a Safari Books online subscription and was looking for the best device to read the content. I looked at many platforms including Sony e-reader, Kindle, Kindle DX, netbooks, etc. For me, the iPad is far and away the best choice. The screen size is perfect for the content on Safari. I read in both portrait and landscape mode, and both are excellent. The fact that the iPad also handles PDF documents is a huge bonus. The iPad is the right size without being too big. The browser is excellent and panning, zooming is a dream. The instant on capability is so much better than waiting for Windows to load. The finger-based navigation is great and lends itself to Safari's interface. If there was improvement I would like, it would be Flash support. Even though most of Safari's collection can be viewed in HTML mode, there are some books that are Flash-based only, which, as I am sure everyone knows, is not allowed on the iPad thanks to Steve Jobs' insatiable ego. Also, the favorites navigation does not seem to work on Safari on the iPad. I would expect Safari Bookshelf plans to work on these issues. I am no Apple fanboy, but I am really impressed with the iPad. For me, it is the best for reading Safari Books online as well as PDFs.
I just found this thread as I am looking to purchase an e-reader. With the iPad now added to the quandary, I believe I have decided to not get an iPad because of its size and weight. I do not want all the bells and whistles it will offer, since I have a perfect Sony Vaio with a 13-inch screen that blows the iPod out of the water for true computer ability and what I need it for. No, I want an e-reader for my tech books and personal reading, and perhaps magazines and newspapers, and I want it small, light, portable. I do not own an iPhone, so I cannot comment on that idea, and I do not expect to be buying one anytime soon. Not that I dislike them, but I am located in Montana where we have limited choices of providers and none offer it. Since most of my tech books are O'Reilly ones, I decided to check the O'Reilly site to see if they could help on the decision, and yes. Check out this URL and they list all the formats and readers they work with. In brief, iPhone, iTouch, grab the EPUB or PDF and read in the Stanza app, Bookworm, or the reader of your choice. iPad, download the EPUB format and read it on your iPad. Android, read the app or EPUB on your favorite reader. Kindle, get the Mobi Pocket file and load it onto your Kindle. Sony Reader, EPUBs work well on your Sony Reader. Computer, get either the EPUB or PDF. Other mobile devices, explore the EPUB with the mobile version of Bookworm. Because the Kindle is not a standard open format, I am leaning to the Sony Daily Edition, though I wish it were a bit larger like the Kindle DX. Since I will make up my mind and buy my e-reader by the end of June, my hope is that Sony will either announce a new one that is a bit larger that I can wait for, or Amazon will get off its stinking high horse and update the Kindle to handle PDFs better and EPUB format. Either of those will spark my purchase rapidly.
This was one of the big questions I had before getting my Kindle, and I didn't go ahead with getting the Kindle until I was able to check out how the books are handled. Anything where O'Reilly offer a Mobi version will of course be fine. The PDF versions are, even on the smaller screen of the Kindle too, okay for me. The text is small and portrait, but not unreadably small, although it couldn't get much smaller and still be comfortably readable. But please note that my idea of not unreadably small seems to be smaller than most people's, so in landscape, the text size is close to what it would be on paper, so it's perfectly readable, if you don't mind pressing next page a lot. The Mobi versions are definitely preferred though. You can highlight and add your own notes, which you can't do to PDFs. I'd been using my iPhone to read their books prior to getting the Kindle, and overall I'm much happier with reading them on the Kindle. Better searching, better annotating, bigger screen. On the other hand, the ability to read O'Reilly's books is secondary for me. I went with the Kindle for purely subjective reasons. It seems slicker, the page turning feels nicer, and I feel like Amazon have a bigger range of fiction. For me, the technical books are just a nice to have, albeit a nice to have that would be a deal breaker if absent. If technical books are what you primarily intend to read, something that supports EPUB as well as PDF and has a bigger screen might be a better choice.
是有许多场经常情况